Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Mrs. Maivi says here. I'm so happy today. It's been long. I was too busy, but at least I managed it today. You can see where I am, so I am just relaxing, but it looks like it's about to rain. I hope I will make it. So you know, I'm someone who loves nature, so when I'm here I will be refreshing myself so that I get more energy. So that's it. So I want to share with you today regarding settlement process, but before I do so, those who have not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. And also, when you watch my videos, please like my videos, share them and comment. Thank you so much for that. So I'm going to share with you on the settlement process. It is a process which is challenging, and would find that you need patience, you need to sacrifice, you need to be someone who endure. You need to be someone who is also prayerful. You need to be someone who is hardworking. There is a lot that is needed for us to settle. It's not an easy process settling in a country, and it is also expensive. So you would find that for some of us, I told you we came with on a skilled worker visa. Before we talk of other things, it has its own challenges of like financial challenges. For you to get the visa, there is need for money. The money that is needed for most of the people, you'd find that it's a lot. Though I know we are different, but for most, it's a lot. It is very challenging. So you'd find that getting money for IHS fees, it's another story. So I remember I saw someone who was asking, that person is a carer at the moment, but she had other qualifications, professional qualifications. So this person was afraid of getting the offer she got of a skilled worker visa. So this person was afraid because of these IHS fees. The person was worried that how are they going to raise that money. So that's how challenging it is, and that was our situation. Imagine, I told you, my family, you now know, and you imagine you want to try to make everybody enter UK. It's not easy. So you would find that in those moments you just need to be prayerful, to be hardworking. You need endurance. You need to understand how things happens. Even if you are separated with your family, you know that at the right time, God will make everything beautiful. Everything will come together at the right time. So it is a moment of sacrifice, endurance. You know, a lot happens. So this IH fees was a big challenge to us, but at that moment we had to make sure that we tighten our budget. We know what every cent is doing. That's why I always say to you, £5 is a lot, $1, 5 rands, 5 emalangen, 5 malut, whatever it is a lot. So we have to budget very carefully and plan how you are going to do it. So as for us, I remember for the first year, we did not buy anything in relation to property. Like we did not have a TV. I remember, if I told you that even the cups, when I was with my husband, I I had my cup, 1 cup, he had his 1 cup. Same as plates. We survived like that for a year. We survived like that, and we would make sure that that cup should not get broken. That is us. So one may say, buying a cup, just 2 pounds, just 4 pounds. That 4 pounds to me, I know it is a lot. So you should be a good steward. So you should know how that every cent counts. You should know how to budget very well. Don't take things easy like, I can buy this, I can buy this, I can buy this, then it can work. No, the moment you are using that money, just know that you no longer have that money. So we need to use money wisely, endure, sacrifice. So it was a moment of sacrifice, knowing that we needed to raise the money for the visas for children. We thank God that at least we got my visa and his visa when we were in Eswatini. We thank God for that. But raising the visas for the children, it was a big challenge. So I want also to encourage those ones who are afraid, like the one I talked of, who is afraid of taking that job because that person is afraid of IH fees. Don't be afraid if God have given you that job, and remember, that's your area. So if God have opened that door, he will provide. He will give you wisdom on how to do it, and then you would find that everything will be fine at the end. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. You only need to have patience, endurance, sacrifice, have that wisdom of how are you going to balance it until it happens. We need also that spirit of resilience. We need also to be prayerful so that you get the energy. You get the energy until one day you see, things are now beautiful. God will make everything beautiful at the right time. That's what I believe myself. Some of us, the way we grew up, we were taught to be patient because of our situation. So for me, I am someone who is optimistic. Even my friends, they know that if they are down, if you want your spirit to rise, just go to Gracious. They know that. I remember one of my friends saying, that's why I love you. I was stressed, but I knew that the moment I tell you this, you make everything to be like it's simple, and then my spirit is free. I am now I now have joy. I said, yeah, that's the spirit. Those things, you cannot do today, you postpone. So the one who was working, it was my husband, and I told you my journey of looking for employment, it was not an easy journey, and I will make a video another day continuing with that journey. So it was not easy, but I want to thank God, because with time, I thank God. I'm grateful to God. We manage. We have our children here now. It's by God's grace, not our doing. Personally, I don't depend on my strength. We go to work, yes, but I don't fully depend on my going to work, no. I go to work because God blesses the works of our hands. We have to work. But the one who caused everything to be beautiful, good things to happen to me, is God. So for me, I give glory to what? To God. I give glory to God. That is me. So another thing was, like I told you, we spend time without buying properties. So what we did also was, when we now wanted to buy properties, we started buying like things like TV recently. I think it was in August this month, this year. We had to buy some of our things from British Heart Foundation. Yes, we bought our TV there. I'm someone who used not to buy second-hand things, but we had to do it because we did a research and realized that there is a guarantee and they test their things and they are fine. So we bought even the side tables, the coffee tables. We bought our things from British Heart Foundation. So it was good. We didn't want to use much money, and the things we bought are of quality. They are like almost new. They are good. So it depends with what you want. Some, can buy their things on Facebook Market. You can get good quality things there at a cheaper price. So that's what we did, because we know our responsibilities and our family is big. So you have to budget carefully and even research also. So that's how we did it. So at that period, when our children were in Zimbabwe, you would find that it was not easy, because you want money to use this side, the rent, whatever. You want also to send money to Zimbabwe, the fees, the upkeep of the children, not talking of other responsibilities, but we are just talking of like children. So it was not easy. So even myself, when I was looking for a job, I was taking all that into consideration, and I told God that, God, you know my case. I don't have time to waste. I should get a job now. I don't have time to waste. That was my prayer to God, that God, you know my case. I need the job now. I will tell you what then happened about the hunt for a job in the UK. So, it's always better if you are eating from the same pot. It becomes easy with your family. And myself, I was used to that, because I was used to be with my family in Eswatini there. And then, yes, I know my children, when they would reach like secondary level, they would go to Zimbabwe. We pay fees, they go to boarding. As soon as they close, they would join us in Eswatini. So I was someone who was like used to eat from the same pot with my children. So because I know it cut costs. And even right now, I am feeling it that it's better now. You can feel it that you have offloaded the load you were carrying. You have offloaded that load. I'm feeling it right now, because you will be eating from the same pot, which is better. And I'm grateful that our children were kept very well. I always say, if yourself, you have faced challenges with your relatives, maybe you have given them money to build for you and they ate the money, that's your story. For me, I'm grateful both from my side and even from like my husband's side. I have people who are trustworthy. I have those ones I depend on, who are very, very trustworthy. My children were well kept in Zimbabwe to an extent that if you would ask them, which one do you choose, Zimbabwe, UK, they would say Zimbabwe. Even right now, if you ask them, do you like this place? Because they are still new, with time they will get used. They will tell you, we want Zimbabwe, we want to go back to Zimbabwe. That shows that they were kept very well. So I thank God, because that made our life easier. because we were not having those pressures of like you have to do this quickly. You think a lot maybe until you get this stress disease, because you know the way our children are kept there, it's harsh. For us, that was not the case. Our children were in good hands. Right now, they trouble me. We are missing Zimbabwe. We are missing Zimbabwe. We wish if we can go back to Zimbabwe. I said, God, this is good, because that's what all of them are saying right now. I know with time they will get used to the new place. And I told them, that's how I was feeling also when I came here. You know, when I was not used to the place, I was missing Zimbabwe a lot. I was missing Eswatini. But with time, you get used. So I thank God for that. I thank God for that, even for those ones who were keeping our children very well, both our relatives, those from my side, those from my husband's side, they were cooperating very well, keeping the children. So I always tell you that we should always have these social relations with our relatives and friends. Don't live in isolation. Don't think that money or that job can give you everything. So myself, I remember when we were in Eswatini, we used to visit home. We have shown our kids, our relatives, both from my side, their side, so they know their relatives. So that made also life easier to them, because when we left them with the people they know. This is mama, this is daddy. So to them, there was nothing new. Everything was okay. Everything was okay. So I'm also encouraging us to always make sure that our children get connected to our relatives. Yes, you may not be like in good books with every relative, but there should be relatives that are really connected to your children. One day I was asking, I just wanted to know one of my child that, when you are grown up, when you get married, tell me those you are going to call for your marriage. We were just talking. And then that child gave me a list of the relatives. That child was intent to bring, if it happens, well, at least we are in a foreign country, maybe here in the UK. And that child said, I will buy tickets, process visas and buy tickets for these ones. The list was long. I said, do you know how expensive are tickets? And then that child said, I will make sure that I will get money for these relatives to come of mine, both from my side and from the father's side. And then this child said, but you pay for your children. If your children are in other countries and they don't have money, you pay for them. Me, I will pay for my relatives who are in Zimbabwe. That's what she was saying. We were just enjoying. And then I said, this is good, because it shows the child is connected to his roots. The child is connected to the family. One day, I remember someone telling me of a sad story of children. They grew up here, because you know traveling is not easy also when we are far like this. So you'd find that sometimes we don't frequently go home, because it's not easy, you know, to buy tickets and what. It's not easy, and the children are in school also. You get what I'm trying to say. So it happened that the mother passed away, and these children were only connected to one relative they know here. And these children, with the way things were, they were to go back to Zimbabwe. And it's challenging. I also once saw such situations also when I was in Eswatini, where some unforeseen circumstances which are bad happens, and the children are not connected to any relative. I don't want to comment further about that. It will become a challenge. It will become a challenge when that child tried to now go and stay with someone they never connected with, trying to talk the language also they cannot speak, the mother language of that country. So I'm trying to say, it's good to make those connections with relatives and friends. For me, it worked well with me. I remember, if I had told you that my sister had to come and take my children from Eswatini, they were very happy the day they went with my sister, because they knew her. They did not cry. They knew her. I asked her, how were they on the way? They were very, very happy. The little one did not cry. When they reached home, everything was fine. Everything was beautiful, because they were in connection. I think I've told you. So I'm just telling you that because you don't know your tomorrow. Myself, I thought that I was going to be in Eswatini or in Africa for many years. I didn't know that God had plans for us to be in this country. And I didn't know that there shall come a time where I shall be separated with my children. So I'm saying, let us put things in order. We don't know our tomorrow. I think I've spoken on this one. So, little by little, we'll get there. Little by little, we'll get there. We need also encouragement from friends. That's why social ties are good. When you feel like you are down, you can get strength from those ones who have been ahead of you. You can get strength from your friends, your relatives. Then you keep going, knowing that one day it will happen. So by God's grace, God's strength, we manage to bring the family here, but it was a very, very challenging process. And also, you remember, I was also talking about this issue of ILR. If it is extended, you find that it will be also a big challenge to some of us, especially in terms of finance, for raising those visas. It's a big challenge, but we need that courageous spirit. We need that endurance spirit. We need patience. We need to sacrifice, continue sacrificing. It will be beautiful at the right time. It will be beautiful. You know, the day I had my children, you know, I said, God, is this true or I'm dreaming? Because let me tell you about this IHS fees. I remember my husband used to put the money amount together, and then he would think and think and think. And I said to him, you know what? If you try to think of this man, it will not work. You will trouble yourself with the stresses. Don't worry. If you can take these children one by one, we will do so. What we should know is it shall happen. It shall happen. We need to continue praying to God, take actions that are necessary until our children joins us. Because for sure, if you are a family of 5, 6, even a family of 4, if you try to calculate the money, go and try to calculate it. But it's doable. With God, it's doable. You take the necessary action. One day you will celebrate. One day you will celebrate. So fear not, fear not, fear not. Those ones who are afraid of taking those jobs of your area, just take it. Just take it. The God will open that door, will provide. That's me. That's what I believe. So for today, I am very grateful to God, and I am telling you because I want to encourage someone also who is passing through what I am passing through. not what I'm passing through, not what I passed through. So I'm saying you have to consider what I was telling you. So thank you so much. That is our settlement process, and I believe many things shall change. It's a process, yeah, and I believe it is going to be better and better and better for us. So thank you. See you next time. Chitra Chirimori Tsoka. Goodbye.